It's 2 a.m. You're scrolling Instagram, watching this. You scroll further, thinking maybe this time you'll get some useful advice, something that will finally change your life. But instead, there they are. Supermodels, exotic vacations, Ferraris, perfectly staged parties. Everyone looks flawless. Everyone seems to have it all figured out. Your old laptop on the desk, a half-empty fridge, unfinished work. And then you realize that instead of working on that thing you kept telling yourself you'd start, you spent 5 hours scrolling through other people's lives. And that's when it hits you. It's not about Ferraris, vacations, or supermodels. It's about your mindset. About how easily comparison sneaks in and quietly steals your focus, energy, and drive. And the worst part is, it starts affecting everything. You can't fully enjoy time with your family. You can't focus on learning. You can't move forward. Because deep down, you keep feeling behind. We're going to break down why comparison slowly destroys your mindset, how it keeps you stuck, and how to take your focus back so you can actually start building your own life instead of watching someone else's.
What's the truth, damn it?
The truth is, nothing about your life actually changed. You didn't lose your abilities. You didn't suddenly fall behind. You didn't become less capable. The only thing that changed is what you were looking at. When you spend hours consuming other people's highlight reels, your brain forgets your own progress, your own pace, your own path. That's how comparison works. It doesn't hit you all at once. It slowly creeps in, makes everyone else look ahead, and before you notice, you stop moving. And understanding this is the first step to taking control again. Our brains are wired to compare. It's not just a habit, it's biology. Deep inside your brain is a part called the ventral striatum. It's responsible for motivation and rewards. The problem is, it doesn't know the difference between real life and what you see on a screen. When you see someone else's success online, your brain reacts as if you're missing out on a reward. That's why you feel anxious. That's why your chest feels tight. That's why your motivation drops. Thousands of years ago, comparison helped humans survive. Today, that same mechanism makes you feel behind every time you open an app. You're comparing your real, messy, unfinished life to someone else's perfectly edited moments, and your brain reacts as if something is wrong. Now that we understand why comparison feels so real, the next step is taking back your focus. Your attention is your most valuable asset. Every minute you give it away is a minute you don't invest in your own growth. Start shifting your focus to yourself. Your progress, your small wins. Finished an assignment, cleaned your room, went to the gym, showed up when you didn't feel like it. Those things matter, even if no one posts them online. Set boundaries with social media, especially short-form content. Scientists are worried that our attention is slowly disappearing. Studies show that the average human attention span has dropped to around 8 seconds. That's barely enough time to fully think one thought before the next distraction hits. And this isn't random. Your brain is being trained every single day. Short videos, constant notifications, endless scrolling. They all fragment your focus and keep your mind jumping from one thing to another. When your attention is scattered like this, it's no wonder comparison hits so hard. You don't just see someone else's success. Your brain struggles to process your own progress, so it fills in the gaps with a simple, powerful thought. I'm behind. That's why constant scrolling makes you feel smaller, slower, and stuck. Not because your life is bad, but because your mind can't fully absorb it yet.
You don't need to solve everything today. You don't need to catch up with anyone. And you don't need to constantly measure where you are. Most of the noise you see online doesn't matter. Other people's timelines aren't instructions for your life. Give yourself permission to move at your own pace. Focus on what's right in front of you. One task, one habit, one small step. When you stop worrying about where everyone else is, you finally create space to grow. And that's when life starts to feel lighter. One day, you'll look back, and you might realize you spent too much time watching other people live instead of living your own life. You'll remember all the moments you could have started, created, laughed, or learned, and wish you had just started instead of comparing. But it doesn't have to be that way. Today, right now, you can choose to focus on your own growth, your own experiences, your own story. Take that small step, start that project, enjoy that moment. Treat your life like a game. Every move matters, every level counts, and the only way to win is to actually play. Start living it fully. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Because the life you live, the memories you make, and the progress you build, that's the part that lasts.